We've had them both for like over a year, both modded in different ways. Most videos where they say about mods and stuff, they don't really include like price or like drivability, anything like that. It's normally just slap coilovers on it, job done. After driving like a year on like aftermarket suspension and stuff like that, it's not great, but we'll go over brands, prices, stuff like that, what we've done to the different ones, and how they affect them differently. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start off with the interior of the car. So I want to just give it like a little pan around, but I've done quite a few things to it. Some of it's a bit cringe or whatever, but we'll just go with it. I think the best thing you can do once you've got your car, so you've just bought an MX-5, you want to start modding it, first thing you want is a steering wheel. The stock ones are okay, they're a little bit big, they're a little bit uncomfortable. Most people go for aftermarket wheels anyway. It's quite hard to pick up an MX-5 now with a stock steering wheel, to be honest, especially if you're in the UK. But yeah, this one, it's a Momo. It's 350 mil. I'm quite a big dude, so if I can pop this off anyway, but if we come up here, that's how it fits in my hand. It's quite wide. Dad's got a Nardi, I think. Trying to look at that, which is much smaller, so it'll give you reference to if you buy the steering wheel, what size you want. So that's the comparison. It's a little bit wider, but yeah, normally I think between 330, 350 is like a standard size for a steering wheel anyway. So that's the size that I went for on that. I'm 6'4". Weight is interesting. I think about 100 kilos. So I went for a pretty one, but if you feel like you're too tall for an MX-5, I fit in mine very easily. Head is decent amount from the roof. I have hit it a few times going over bumps, but you should fit in perfectly. So yeah, that's the first thing I'd do. So coming off from that, you could also put a quick release on. What you're going to want when you get your wheel, basically the stock boss, this part here, is about that long. So if you put a quick release hub on it, which I have here, it's going to add that much again on top of your boss. And then if you get a deep dish wheel, obviously that far. So I had it so I can reach really easily to here. But I did put this boss on, which I think was about £100, and the release was 120. This wheel was about 280. I think Dad's around 250. They are expensive, but I mean, you're touching it every day. It's the one thing you grab the whole time, so you're gonna want it to be nice. You can get them leather, wooden, polyurethane, whatever you want, but the leather ones, hand stitch, are gonna last you a lot longer. So the next thing we're gonna do, what I think you should do anyway, is probably seats. The stock Mark 1 MX-5 seats aren't very nice at all. They're fabric, they've got a lot of foam in them. They kind of make you sit a little bit forward. And because they're fabric, if you do have a leaking roof, they are prone to mold and horrible grossness. So yeah, you want to go for seats. Lots of people run like bucket seats with like harnesses and all that. If you're daily in your car, you probably don't want to have like ridiculous like harnesses and that. You don't just a regular seat belt, a comfy seat. So if you want to go for like sports, but also like a daily driver kind of style seat that's comfortable, we both have actually got Mark II MB MX-5 seats, and they fit in perfectly. They bolt straight in, easy, job done. Mine are leather, both of them are heated. Dad's has got vinyl, so that's the leather one. And if you want to take a look at the vinyl ones, they're a little bit different. Obviously with the vinyl ones, they're much easier to clean. They also dry quicker, so if you want practicality, maybe go for a nice vinyl one, the vinyl all over. If you go for the leather ones, they will have suede on the back of them, which is quite difficult to clean. But they will probably last you a lot longer because they're leather. You see my passenger seat is pretty much mint compared to the driver's seat. Price wise, you could probably pick them up on eBay and stuff like that for around £200, I'd guess, but obviously shipping costs are quite expensive because there's two massive seats. So I think I got it total like £300, something like that, maybe 350.
And they fit straight in, you said, yeah?
They bolt straight in.
And what were they again? What?
Mark II MB seats. Yeah, straight from a Mark II MX-5.
And the runners?
Yeah, so they work with the runners. I do have these. We'll move on to this in a minute. I have got bars here, so they're a little bit of annoying, but they do have runners. Trust me, they work. See? Very easy.
A special water bottle.
Okay, moving on to the shifter. Quickly, I'm just going to show you, I forgot, these seats here, they do actually, this might hit me in the face, but they, okay, no. They do recline and everything. This is my drink. Ugh. And prime time to show you the cup holders. Look at that. Perfect. So don't get these cup holders here. You can buy them off a place like Jazz and a place like that, but as soon as you put your drink here, you can't shift. It's really annoying. So shifter. I think that's third most important. You touch it 100 times a day. You know, you want a nice one. I've got a Mishimoto one. It's, I think, around 11 ounces. It's titanium, so it's weighted, so it's a lot easier to just like, you kind of just throw it into gear. It's much easier. Dad's got a Nardi one to match his wheel. A lot shorter, but I used to have it in this car actually, and it was really nice. It's got a little bit of rubber around the edges, but it's like a short throw one, so that's really nice as well. Safety wise, a thing I think you should do is have a roll bar, or if you don't, have one of these. This is basically a harness bar for bucket seats, but it just adds a bit of rigidity and strength to your car. And then the side, so you don't die. Okay, so last things, they're not really important, but things you can do just to make it a bit nicer. I grabbed these two boots off eBay. Black leather, stitching matched the exterior of the car blue. And then I thought, more exterior accents, this tombstone piece, really easy to take out. If you're modding your RX-5, you should know how to take it out, but it is literally a bolt here. I think there's like 2 bolts in there, and a bolt there and a bolt there on the sides, which I don't think I have. There is even one here. Race car. This secured very nice and easily. That just goes in. But yeah. Another thing I did is grabbing these vents. I got off Etsy. They're 3D printed. They were from this company here, Downshift Dreams. Shout out to them. They're pretty cool, pretty cheap. I like them. And yeah, going off from that as well.
The old ones?
Yeah, I did actually do these doors. Your stock MX-5 doors, if you have them, you probably do. They've got like an armrest bit right here. If you are like me and you're a little bit bigger, it is a little bit annoying. It's quite a tight squeeze, so we kind of just got rid of that completely, and we went for just aluminium sheeting, cut it, painted it, bolted it on. It's still got the weather tight film inside, but I just think it makes the car look a little bit nicer. Add some stickers for horsepower, whatever you want to do. I think it looks good. Very last thing then is soft top. I have a hard top, but it's on permanently. I took the soft top off the car completely. I actually cut it out, unbolted it, so I don't have a soft top at all. So when it's like now 28-degree weather, it's very warm in my car, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. But if you don't care about the heat, it's nice to have a very big parcel shelf behind you for storage. Other than that, I would say keep your soft tops, but lots of them are in bad condition. So another good thing you can do, what I say is like, not a must, but definitely adds character to the car, is changing your dial lights and also the HVAC unit lights. You need T5 and T10. They're the 2 different bulbs for the 2 different areas. You get them off Amazon. I'll put some screenshots in of everything, how much it costs. If you give that a flick, you can have a look. I've gone for purple. You can't really see in the daytime, but all my dials are purple. I think they look cool, and they actually work with the stock dimmer as well. If you've got a dimmer wheel, some of you might not, but if you do, it actually works with that. If you scroll it left and right, it gets dimmer and brighter, which is really nice to work. With these ones, you have got a film on there, so they'll always be the same color. But if you just get blue LED lights, then all of this is much brighter in the dark. It will still be the stock color, so blue and red and like white, but it lights up a lot nicer in the dark. It's daytime right now. I'll put a picture in of when it's really dark and you can actually see. But that's a really good thing. It just makes the car feel a little bit newer. Not that like seaweed green OEM stuff. Dad, I think you've got like blue or white, ice white light or something on yours. Wanna put those on? You've got something on yours, haven't you? Yeah, they're like ice blue. They're really nice. We'll get pictures of both of them in the dark. So that's it for the interior.
Don't laugh. Okay guys, it's taken so long to do an outro that it's now dark, but it's still 22 degrees out here, so it's all good. So yeah, that's what we did with the two cars. The blue car's taken 2-year project, and it's obviously whatever money you've got to spend on it. You spent a load of money on it over the period of 2 years, but we had to put new sills on and everything, and repaint it all. So yeah, the interior bits, I don't know how Jordan wanted to do it. Yeah, chased around the seats for ages, literally chased the steering wheel and a boss round for ages. We didn't really know what we were doing, which ones to buy, any of that. So that's why we're making this video now, so other people can look and go, oh, they've got that in their car, and when they hold it, it looks like that, and their fingers can reach that. Or for instance, we put the spotlight, the halogen lights on, and we got video showing how long it takes and what they look like, and that they're legal if you've got a little dot on them. You'll have to have a look at the other videos for that. So yeah.
It's nice because both our interiors are very different. So
yeah,
you can like see the different sizes of like the steering wheels. Yours is a 330, mine's a 350, but when you actually look at them together, they're much bigger. When I was buying my wheel, I had no idea what size to buy at all.
Yeah.
And I just bit the bullet and bought it, and it ended up being perfect.
Because he had a deep dish wheel to start with, so basically, yeah, from here, the wheel came out like that.
Yeah, so you got your stock boss,
Which
and
is
a
that
quick
big.
release, and a deep dish
And
wheel.
a quick release, and yeah.
Ends up being this far away from the
There's the indicators, and his hands here.
It's
It's like
ridiculous.
a full beam, so yeah.
Yeah, we know people do that, like if you've got like a track car or something like that, it can be cool. It's obviously, you don't really need one. But if you're driving every day, you want to be a bit more practical.
Yeah.
And most of the
And
videos on
safe.
YouTube, they're all about like, track and all these mods to make it fast and look cool. But sometimes it's so impractical. Like even with coilovers, it's nice, but you're gonna go from normal suspension to coilovers, and it looks good, but
We'll see what it's like. My back will hate me,
it's
and
not great.
yeah.
It's okay. But yeah, that's all the interior stuff that we've done. I want to say probably around 500, I'd say, pounds.
Oh, yeah, for the interior. Yeah.
Done, yeah, roughly around that. I could probably work it out, but I'd like to say around that. I think on the exterior was about 3,000. So
Yeah.
not too bad, but yeah,
So yeah,
perfect.
nice one, guys.
Like, you know, if you go in and start recording. Okay.
Look how little his head is.
Right, get in the car.